28 regions competing head-to-head in a do-or-die set of games to see who rises to the top as king of the hockey world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NHL World Imperialism. On this map, we've got nations ranging from tiny underdogs like Hungary and Slovenia to heavyweight favorites from the Baltic region. In North America, I've split both Canada and the US up. In the Great White North, we've got a team from the West, Central, East, and Ontario. It's so weird, like TSN and Sportsnet stipulated I had to have a dedicated Ontario team. It's crazy, man. While the Americans are split up into Metro, North, and the rest. I'll spin this wheel to find a country, then this compass to send them on the attack. Win and you take over new land, lose and you're eliminated. The only other wrinkle in this video is bonuses for winning countries. I've got 3 different ways we'll apply upgrades depending on which team is in question, but I'll explain further when we get to them. For now, I gotta see what massive upsets could be in store. Dude, Latvia is actually putting on enough pressure. Oh, that space. Oh, they scored. Oh my word, they tied this game up. I didn't see that coming. And which nation can rise to the top in clutch moments? No way. No way. You let that. You're 94 overall. What was that? All right, let's get it. Our very first spin. Who is... Oh, we're starting with Canada. All right. Canada Central going in which direction? I don't really think it matters. Yeah. If we've got a Canadian country going one way, they're going to face another. Canada Central versus Ontario, game 1. Central region, probably the weakest of our Canadian teams, if I'm being honest. The defense is okay. Offense, not bad. But goaltending, man. Where are all of Canada's good goalies? Yeah, especially good luck, Darcy Kemper. Look at this Ontario forward core. It is stacked. Defensively, they leave a bit to be desired, but I don't know if that'll matter. Again, Ontario a bit weak in net. This is not that surprising. I'll be honest, Ontario up 3-1. Okay, Matt Dumba, this is a game. Ontario still leads 3-2 though, 2 minutes left. It was actually down to 30 seconds left when Central finally got on the attack. Is this it? They've pulled the goal. Oh, that space. Braden Shen, score! Or is that Luke Shen? No, it's Braden. Of course. We all know that was a beauty. And we're into OT. Oh my, game 1 OT. Just a minute into OT, Ontario would get whistled for a weak penalty and it opened things up for Canada Central. Oh, there it is in tight. There it is in tight. Rebound, score! Who's that? Seth Jarvis, the hero? Oh my, Ontario's gone. Connor McDavid did nothing. 5 shots on net, but he was blanked. Our very first nation on the move, well, part of a nation, as Canada Central overtakes Ontario. This is our first look at an upgrade in Canada Central eligible for Legend from NHL 05, which should be pretty self-explanatory. This is NHL 05, a stacked Canadian roster, but I had to go for a netminder. That's right, Ed Belfour, the scratch goalie. The Hall of Famer hailing from Manitoba, he joins Canada Central. And just like that, we were off and rolling. The second spin of our wheel landed on Germany. We ended up sending them northeast, which was right into the territory of a heavyweight, Finland. Germany's roster slowly improving, as we know, Draisaitl, Stützle. But yeah, Finland has basically no weaknesses, and they got a stud in net, UC Saros. It was former Vancouver Canuck legend Mark Michaelis, though, who got the game tied up at 2 late in the third. In fact, Germany would push this game all the way to OT. Is this finally at Finland? You've got some pressure out for scores. Oh, all right. Germany put up a valiant effort, but Finland does make their first of probably many moves. And Finland was also eligible for an NHL 05 upgrade, and this one I couldn't overthink, brother. Teemu Selanne, I think so. And Selanne's a beautiful 93 overall in 23. We got our first, well, not heavyweight matchup, landing on Italy, sending them basically east right into the territory of Slovenia. And although it wasn't a blowout by any means, Andrzej Kopitar's Slovenia did win. And I went ahead and turned Slovenia's territory now blue. They took over the boot of Italy. Now, Slovenia had no legends on NHL 05, so we're going to boost a player to 85 overall. Pretty self-explanatory. I chose their goalie, and yeah, he an 85 overall. Now, I'm not going to try and pronounce his name, but I'm sure he's a great guy. And we are cruising right here. This is game number 4, where we add on the Sweden, baby. Definitely another heavyweight. Which way are they going? That's what, southwest? I'm really bad at directions, but yeah, southwest into their Baltic region friends, Norway. An overview of the Swedish roster tells you pretty much everything you need to know. They are a clear favorite in this game and this entire video. And no need to beat around the bush. Sweden 7, Norway 0. That was pretty light work, and I'm already looking forward to when we have a Sweden-Finland clash. Let's all be honest. Also, the NHL 05 Swedish roster was disgusting, and I decided to start on the back end because 94 Nick Lidstrom, a pretty good addition to the Swedish roster. In game 5, we had an interesting spin landing on Latvia, but unfortunately for the Latvians, Northwest took them into Finland. And just a reminder from a few seconds ago, yeah, Finland added Teemu Selanne. That's low-key not fair for Latvia. Oh, but the Latvians are in this game, a minute and a half left. Come on, man, just put some pressure on. There it is in the zone. There it is. That space. Oh, Saros. Dude, Latvia is actually putting on enough pressure. Oh, that space. Oh, they scored. Oh my word, they tied this game up. I didn't see that coming. Overtime between Latvia and Finland. This could be crazy. A massive upset was just 1 shot away for Latvia. There it is. You missed the net. And unfortunately, a missed opportunity in OT would come back to haunt them. Shot from the point. No. What? How did that go in? That... Oh, barely across the line. Of course, I was rooting for chaos and an upset, but GG Finland, they did win. We went back to their NHL 05 roster for Teppo Numminen. Not too bad. He's an 86 overall in NHL 23. No rest for the wicked, or in this case, Finland, as we'd land on them again, sending them due north, which from their new territory was right into Denmark. And unfortunately for the Danish, Finland won.
You don't say.
Finland's territory continues to increase, just a little bonus there. And we continue to pilfer the NHL 05 roster back to the forward group. Why not Saku Koivu? Only an 85 overall in NHL 23, but he will provide some depth. And we're ready on to game 7 of the video. There's so many great countries we haven't seen yet. There's Russia. I think the options for who Russia can play are limited. Oh yeah, especially there. Russia's gonna go ahead, and I'm just gonna guess they're gonna pick on Japan. Russia's roster I did have to create, but it's obviously loaded, led by Shesterkin. And again, I won't waste any time. They did win 3-1. Good job, Korea, for keeping it close. Another stacked roster on NHL 05 Russia. I'm going to their back end as well. Sergei Gonchar, the leader on that team, and he's a solid 89 overall offensive defenseman on 23. Just like with Finland a couple seconds ago, we had Russia going in back-to-back games, again with a cupcake opponent, with all due respect to Japan. Oh, ain't no way. Ain't no way I just called Japan a cup. They're tied. This game is actually into OT. There ain't no Russia. Could you imagine if Russia chokes? Nah, this might be over quickly. Wow, big save. Dude, Russia's just been dominating play. Ovechkin! Yo, who's this Japanese goalie? Unfortunately, the Japanese goalie's magic would run out. No, that's too easy. The shots were 60 to 50. I think Russia earned that one. We had another near upset, just not meant to be, as Russia does overtake the east part of our map. Back to NHL 05 we go. I'm looking at Sergei Fedorov. I did have to create him, but you know, it had to be done, Sergei. Another lightweight up in game 9 as we landed on France. We ended up sending them pretty much due east right into Switzerland territory. And the Swiss starting their run out pretty strong. A 3-1 win over the underdog French side. And that's actually a pretty big chunk of real estate for the Swiss, and it's still red. I was surprised to see an eligible NHL 05 upgrade for the Swiss. David Abisher, 81 overall in 23, not bad. And that brought us to game number 10, where we landed on another underdog, Great Britain, sending them southeast, which was right into the new territory of Switzerland. In their second straight game, the Swiss were fine-tuned, a 4-0 win. Congrats on the shoutout, David. More territory for the Swiss, who are quickly expanding. And for this upgrade, I did have to use boost a player to 85 overall, Dean Kukin. I have no idea if I'm saying that name right once again, but he's now an 85 overall. In game 11, we'd land on a team I was so excited to see, the Czech Republic. We'd send them basically due east, which was, well, a warm-up matchup against Poland. Yeah, no disrespect to the Polish homies, but 8-1, that was not close. And I do think the Czechs are going to be a player here in Europe, but we'll have to find out. I used to love using the NHL 05 version of the Czechs. I mean, look at that roster led by, well, you know it. Jaromir Jagr, not the 60-year-old version that's probably still playing some. Do we continue the trend of getting teams to play multiple games in a row? Oh my, Canada West. We back in Canada, baby. You already know. This is going to be another, Northeast. That is right to the territory of Canada Central. And a quick look at the Canada West roster, which in my opinion, not as good as Ontario, but a little bit better than Canada Central. I'm not sure. Okay, Canada West leading in the third. Oh, Ryan Johansson. They're up 2 now? Okay. Canada West in the driver's seat, just under 3 minutes left. Oh, there you go. Dylan Cousins. There you go. No. Under a minute left now. This is promising, though. This is promising. You can't even get a shot to rebound. Last chance, Canada Central. Matt Dumba stymied. It wouldn't have mattered. Canada Central beat Ontario. Now Canada West beats Canada Central. And we're back to the NHL 05 roster. They call him Burnaby Joe for a reason, baby. Canada West Coast, best coast, Joe Sack. And he's a clean 93 overall in NHL 23. Unfortunately, we wouldn't get to see Canada West in the second straight game, but Switzerland back up going northeast, a surprising juggernaut battle against Finland. Okay. And the Swiss with David Abisher in net took a 3-0 lead, then went up 5-1. This was a blowout. Teemu Selanne, he was no help. 7-2 the final, Switzerland over Finland. Wow. Certainly a big coup in terms of how Europe will shake out, with Switzerland getting all that spot. That didn't make sense. You guys know what I meant, though. And instead of using the boost to 85 overall, I'm going with steal a player, and I chose to pair up Roman Josi and UC Saros coming over from Finland. Bro, I can't believe Switzerland. They're making a real run here. Russia. Speaking of teams that might make a real run, Russia going, okay. Russia going northwest is to the tip of Sweden, barely, but it counts. Both rosters with new legendary additions ready for this heavyweight tilt. And both teams were finding the score sheet in this game, but with Sweden up 4-3, Mika Zibanejad, then Joel Eriksson Ek with a commanding lead the Swedes have. Well, they'd eventually put this thing away with an empty netter. 7-4 your final. Wow. You want to talk about a big coup in terms of land size? Well, welcome to Sweden everywhere. And we already poached a defenseman from the 05 roster. Now we got to go with the best forward, baby. Former Hart Trophy winner Peter Forsberg, 93 overall. After all those heavyweight tilts, we did get another slightly underdog battle. Slovenia heading southeast, which was into Hungary territory. Oh my word, bro, Kopitar, you're 85 overall goalie. What are you doing? The Slovenes simply couldn't generate any offense. A last-second slot slapper from Kopitar missed the net. And yeah, Hungary upset Slovenia. Sure, why not? They'd enact the steal a player upgrade, and yeah, they took Kopitar for themselves. We'd move along to now game 16, where we landed on Austria for the first time and unfortunately sent them into the territory of the Czech Republic. The Czechs, of course, with a new play toy and Jaromír Jágr. Oh, but wait, this game's tight. The Czechs only have a 1 goal. Yo, Austria's in this. No, Jágr. Dang it, Austria. Once again, I was rooting for an upset, but not meant to be a close game, but Czechs take it. Our options are actually pretty limited from the 05 roster, but Marek Zidlicki, he was a nice defenseman back in the day. He'll help out the current team. Our numbers are starting to narrow, our wheels getting smaller. USA. This is our first USA appearance. Oh my, and US North going northeast into Canada. Canada West, of course, with Joe Sakic leading the way. And this is a pretty stellar USA North team. They've got depth throughout, including defensively and Jake Ottinger in net. It was a defensive struggle, and Jamie Benn would beat his teammate late to make it 3-1 Canada West until... Oh, that looks like space. Good stop, Skinner. Oh, on the rebound? Yo, that was sloppy, Stewart. You got to cover that. But after beginning a bid to come back, another weak penalty call, this time on the US North, and Canada would bury an empty netter. Bruh, the US North was right there in their debut. Stupid penalty. What can you do? Back to NHL 05, looking for another Western Canadian boy. Yeah, Steve Yzerman. Another British Columbian, too, joining the team. In game 18, we'd meet our friends from Switzerland once again, sending them north, slightly east. That's into Czech Republic territory. Remember, these Swiss, they've got UC Saros now. And this was a tight battle when Radko Gudas would break the tie, but it was a Kevin Fiala masterclass in the third period. The Czechs are still in this, but they got to make something happen right here, right now. They've... UC. Yo, that was low-key soft, my guy. Where were you going? That's right. We got OT again. The Swiss, the Czechs tied at 4. I wonder if we'll get a quick tally here. That is a loose puck. It's just sitting there. Oh, okay. That was a quick tally. The Swiss are your winners. Okay. I did not see that game winner coming there, but congratulations. Switzerland takes over, and they get to steal another player, which means, sure, Jaromír Jágr, he's eligible. Just 9 or 10, I think 10 teams left on our wheel, Canada West. Will they continue their dominance here with their 3rd win in a row, Northeast? And it kind of depends where I'm at on the map. But of course, we're going into Canada East. And this is our first look at the loaded Canada East roster. Crosby, McKinnon, Marchand. You already know the deal. Fleury and net. Not bad. And this tight matchup was determined by Brad Marchand and Sid Crosby, the stars. 2-0, dude. Canada West needs to get it going right now. And they'd have no shortage of chances late. Oh, that's Nuge. That's Nuge with space. Oh, keep going. But Marc-Andre Fleury was dialed in. You're running out of time. You're running. There it is. There's rebound. Go. What? Did he hit the side of the net? Man, nobody in Canada can get any momentum going here. Another first-time Canadian team, and now our lone Canadian team remaining from the East. It was really tough to say no to picking up Mario Lemieux for the Canada East roster, but they need help in net, and come on, Marty Brodeur is a 94 overall. Our next spin would see us land on Sweden again for the first time in a while. We sent them southeast, kind of a gimme, I would think, against Kazakhstan. And yeah, indeed, they poured it on 7-1, the eventual final, which means more sizable landmass for Sweden. That's a lot of yellow, folks. And we're running out of people to poach from this roster, but Matt Sundin, yep, not a bad little player back in the day, 91 overall here. After returning back to Sweden, we would once again return to Switzerland. We'd send them south, which was into Hungary territory. Just a reminder, the Swiss did pick up Jágr. And just a reminder, Kevin Fiala once again putting on a masterclass in a 5-1 Swiss victory. Bro, like, they aren't even being phased right now. This is amazing. And enacting the steal a player once again, they take on Jake Kopitar, who just keeps getting passed around rosters and just keeps losing. Kind of interesting. We'll have to see if Kopitar can finally be a part of a winning team. USA Metro. Are they going to end up playing the Canadian team left? East? Yes, they are. USA Metro versus Canada East. The fate of North America is almost on the line. USA Metro has a really good roster. John Gibson, is he good enough in net? Because they'll be facing Marty Brodeur anchoring things for Canada East. Excuse me, Canada East. Can you please get something going? Oh, my word, Jack Eichel. Canada, you've got Brodeur in net. Come on, man. You got to go. Canada tried mercilessly to apply pressure late. There it is. McKinnon. Find Marchand. No, why are you... You didn't get a shot off? But it was actually the US Metro with insurance on their mind. No way. You let that... Marty, you're 94 overall. What was that? Marty Brodeur let these boys down. You really got to feel bad. Nate McKinnon, great guy. You know, Sid Crosby, how can you not feel bad for Brad Marchand? Well, actually, Brad Marchand.
We don't care.
But it's tough to see for all Canadians as they are officially eliminated from this challenge. And this is our first look at the NHL 05 US roster, where we're finding Jeremy Roenick, JR, a solid 90 overall in NHL 23. Oh, and in case you guys didn't understand already, I'm sticking to the regions from the NHL 05 Legends, so JR is eligible for the Metro team. I hope that makes sense. We had just 6 teams remaining when we finally landed on Ukraine, who's still hanging out there. I don't really think they're in a good spot here as they take on Sweden. But F me, I suppose, as Ukraine did take a 1-0 lead before Sweden turned the tables and, yeah, took over and won. Once again, we're back to the NHL 05 Sweden roster. Daniel Alfredsson, anyone? Sure, an 88 overall playmaker. Not that Sweden needs the help, but Sweden would get a chance to chill as we were back to Switzerland, one of the wheel's favorites, sending them northeast into Slovakia for the first time. And I gotta be honest right now, the Slovaks were a massive disappointment, a 4-1 loss. And that allowed Switzerland to finally take hold of that Central Europe area. And there was no one worth stealing from Slovakia, so I boosted Suter for the Swiss up to an 85. And in game 24, we'd get the spin and the compass, sending us into a battle ultimately for North America. USA Metro, who we've seen, versus this USA rest of the country team, which is again loaded. The back end so good, but there was something in the water for this USA Metro team. They went up 3-1, then 6-2. This wasn't even close. The smallest North American region on our map, USA Metro, ends up owning it all. I mean, if that isn't the American dream, I don't know what is. And again, we're looking for a player originating from the Metro region, which is Keith Tkachuk. Nothing too crazy, but Tkachuk, an 86 overall power forward, joins the fold. And we've got just 3 teams remaining. One of these teams gets a bye to the finals, but not Switzerland. Who are they going to play, though? This is a huge compass spin southeast. Oh my word, the Americans are blessed. It's going to be Switzerland, Sweden, with nothing but stars on either side. Current day, we have legends. We had an absolute battle with the game tied at 1 going into the 3rd period. It was still tied very, very late. Overtime, baby, in the semifinal. Oh, wait a minute. Does Kopitar have a step? Kopitar! No way. No way, Kopitar! You didn't get a shot off? What are you doing? Brad, the Swiss are kind of pouring it on here. Yager? Oh, he had space. The Swiss would rue those missed opportunities. Bro, how do you not get to that puck? Jesper Bratt! Yo, on the backhand. I did not see that one come. Yo, a huge goal from the Devils, Jesper Bratt, and just like that, Sweden owns Europe. And the final upgrade of our video will add Vancouver Canuck legend Marcus Naslund, another 88 overall playmaker. Does Sweden even need it, brah? One final game to determine the king of the hockey world, Sweden versus USA Metro. Yeah. The final Swedish roster, at least the forward core, looking, well, I would say pretty good. Wouldn't you guys agree? And the US Metro having upgraded less, they still look pretty solid. They're deep enough. And through a period, it was tied at 1 goal apiece. This was a battle, 2-2 through 40 minutes. It's now 3-3 late in the 3rd. Is someone going to break the score? Daniel Alfredsson, wow. The USA Metro still has a chance with 2 minutes left. Oh, finally, the US gets some sustained pressure. Now you have to put something on net. Boldy got bowled over. Put it on net, please. Oh, it was right there. Bro, it's over. It's over. The Americans could do nothing in this 3rd period. And just like that, Team Sweden was champs. A long, difficult, and arduous journey saw, well, what maybe some of you predicted. The Swedes on top as kings of the hockey world. Wow. Let me know if you saw that one coming or if you thought the Swedes would get upset. Let me know what you thought of the video as well down below.